Historically, bread was a staple food, vital for sustenance. Today, bread is often linked to various health concerns. This contrast highlights significant changes in bread production and ingredients. Bread was a vital food source in medieval Europe. It supplied up to 70% of the daily caloric intake. People doing hard labor relied heavily on bread for energy. Bread was their primary fuel source for strenuous activities. They consumed large quantities without modern health issues. Modern bread consumption is associated with increased prediabetes. It is also linked to rising rates of gluten sensitivity. Common symptoms include bloating and fatigue after eating modern bread. The advice to simply eat less bread highlights an issue with the food itself. This suggests the problem lies beyond individual self-control. Therefore, the composition of modern bread may be the root cause. Modern supermarket bread contains a complex array of ingredients. These often include enriched wheat flour as a base component. Vegetable oils are frequently added to enhance texture and shelf life. Added sugars contribute to the flavor profile of modern bread. Preservatives are included to extend the bread's freshness. Stabilizers and conditioners further modify the bread's characteristics. Medieval bread was traditionally made with only flour, water, and salt. Sometimes, natural leaven was added to the mixture. The process emphasized a slow, natural fermentation. Medieval bread recipes avoided chemical additives. There were no shortcuts in the traditional bread-making process. Traditional bread-making used long fermentation, often 12 to 24 hours or more. This slow process allowed natural fermentation to transform the grain. Proteins were broken down during the extended fermentation period. Anti-nutrients present in the grain were also neutralized. This natural fermentation process improved the bread's digestibility and nutritional value. Modern bread production emphasizes speed and efficiency. Mixing, rising, and baking are completed in under 3 hours. This rapid process contrasts with traditional methods. Traditional bread relied on natural transformation processes. These processes enhance digestibility and nutritional value. Modern bread production often bypasses these natural steps. For millennia, humans cultivated local wheat varieties suited to their environments. These grains were diverse, adapted for survival, and easily digestible. Early wheat breeding prioritized resilience over high yields or profit. This focus ensured stable food supplies in varying conditions. Traditional methods fostered a wide range of wheat types. These varieties were tailored to specific local needs and climates. 20th century agriculture industrialized, prioritizing yield and uniformity. This shift often came at the expense of nutritional value in crops. Wheat was redesigned to achieve faster growth cycles. The goal was to maximize grain production per acre of land. This focus on output transformed farming practices. Modern agriculture now emphasizes efficiency and scalability. Modern wheat contains proteins and structures that are hard for humans to digest. The human digestive system is not designed to efficiently process modern wheat. Inefficient processing can lead to inflammation within the body. It may also cause blood sugar instability and chronic fatigue. Food is more than just fuel. It's a source of information for the body. This information influences various bodily functions and processes. The way food is processed can alter the information it carries. Altering food's information through processing can have health effects. These health consequences can be significant and long-lasting. Understanding food as information is key to making informed dietary choices. A significant change in bread production involves altering the wheat itself. The grain consumed by ancestors differs from modern bread's grain. This alteration impacts the nutritional content. It also affects the baking properties of the flour. Modern wheat varieties are often selected for higher yields. This selection can change the wheat's composition. Ancient wheat varieties had inconsistencies in quality and yield. These wheat types were also known for their unpredictable nature. However, ancient wheat was easily digestible for many people. It also did not typically cause inflammation in the body. Ancient wheat possessed simpler genetic structures compared to modern varieties. This genetic simplicity resulted in weaker gluten development in the grain. Weaker gluten made ancient wheat easier to digest and break down. Ancient wheat did not rise as dramatically during baking as modern wheat. The bread made from ancient wheat also did not stay soft for extended periods. The industrial turn in agriculture shifted focus to yield over nourishment. The primary goal became maximizing grain production per acre. Faster crop growth was prioritized to increase output. Uniform crops were favored for efficient harvesting and processing. This shift transformed agriculture into a more industrialized sector. Modern wheat has protein structures unfamiliar to the human digestive system. Modern wheat contains stronger, more elastic gluten. Stronger gluten makes bread fluffier and cheaper to produce. However, this modified gluten can also be inflammatory. The body's adverse reaction to modern wheat is a normal response. Modern wheat strains were not designed for optimal human digestion. This incompatibility can lead to various adverse health effects. The body recognizes modern wheat as an abnormal food source. A significant change occurred after harvest. This change specifically relates to grain milling. The process of milling grain into flour was altered. This alteration represents a major shift. The change impacts the final flour product. Medieval flour was stone ground slowly and gently. This kept the entire grain intact during milling. The bran, germ, and endosperm were all preserved. Nothing was removed or bleached in the process. Stone ground flour retains more of the grain's natural components. It keeps fiber, aiding digestion and promoting gut health. Healthy fats are preserved, providing a sustained energy source. Minerals are retained, supporting a healthy nervous system. B. Vitamins are kept, which are essential for metabolic functions. Modern milling utilizes high-speed, high-temperature steel rollers for grain processing. A key aspect is the removal of bran and germ from the grain during milling. Bran and germ are removed due to their oils, which reduce the product's shelf life. This process leaves behind mostly starch, which is nutritionally deficient. The focus is on extending shelf life, often at the expense of nutritional value. The term enriched is often misleading in the context of food products. Only a fraction of lost nutrients are added back synthetically during enrichment. The amount added is typically just enough to meet regulatory requirements. Enrichment is not a complete restoration of original nutrient levels. It should be viewed as damage control rather than true nutritional enhancement. A key change in fermentation is reducing or removing process time. This alteration aims to streamline production efficiency. Shorter fermentation can impact flavor profiles. Adjustments are made to maintain product quality. Traditional slow bread fermentation lasts 12 to 24 hours or longer. This process uses wild yeast and bacteria to break down gluten. Slow fermentation helps neutralize anti-nutrients in the bread. It also unlocks minerals, making them more accessible. The extended fermentation essentially pre-digests the bread. This pre-digestion can improve digestibility for some individuals. Modern bread fermentation is often completed in under 3 hours. Some modern bread recipes ferment in less than 1 hour. This rapid process prevents proper breakdown of proteins. Raw proteins hit the gut without being fully transformed. Modern white bread has a higher glycemic index than table sugar. Consuming it leads to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This surge triggers a flood of insulin to process the glucose. The subsequent rapid drop in blood sugar causes a crash. This crash results in increased hunger and feelings of fatigue. Regular consumption of modern bread may lead to long-term health issues. One potential consequence is the development of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance impairs the body's ability to regulate blood sugar. This can further contribute to other metabolic disorders over time. Bread, a staple food, has undergone a significant transformation over time. Historically, bread sustained civilizations and provided essential nutrients. However, modern processing has altered its nutritional profile. This shift has led to bread becoming a potential contributor to health issues. The change was gradual, driven by systematic alterations in production methods. Post-World War II, a primary goal was to increase food production while lowering costs. The focus shifted towards feeding more people with less financial investment. Efficiency became paramount, prioritizing speed in production and distribution. Extending shelf life was crucial to reduce waste and increase market reach. Profit maximization became a key driver in the food industry's strategic decisions. Health considerations were often secondary to these economic objectives. Industrial bread has become the norm in many diets. Since its rise, diabetes rates have increased significantly. Obesity rates have also tripled in the same period. Autoimmune diseases have surged alongside industrial bread consumption. The industry often deflects responsibility for health issues. A common tactic is to blame the consumer directly. This involves citing factors like overeating habits. Lack of exercise is another reason often mentioned. Food intolerances are also used as a justification. These claims shift focus away from industry practices. The timeline of changes indicates a specific sequence of events. The changes in food occurred prior to the increase in health problems. This temporal relationship suggests a potential link between food and health. The alteration of food may be a contributing factor to subsequent health issues. Further investigation is needed to confirm the causal relationship. Understanding this timeline is crucial for addressing health concerns. A quiet movement is underway. marked by a return to traditional food practices. Small farmers are increasingly cultivating ancient grains, rediscovering their unique qualities. Bakers are embracing stone mills, seeking to enhance flavor and nutritional value. Stone milling is a traditional method of grinding grains, preserving nutrients. Sourdough bread making, with its slow fermentation, is experiencing a resurgence. These trends reflect a growing interest in heritage foods and sustainable agriculture. Some individuals who previously couldn't eat bread are now finding they can tolerate it. This newfound tolerance is linked to traditionally made bread. Traditional bread-making methods may differ significantly. These differences could affect digestibility and allergenicity. The specific processes used in traditional bread making are key. Further research is needed to understand the exact reasons for this tolerance. Bread's nutritional value comes from its natural production process. It's not magical, but a result of careful cultivation. Healthy soil is crucial for growing nutritious grains. Milling the grains with care preserves their quality. Patient fermentation enhances bread's benefits. These natural processes make bread a valuable food. Consumers face a decision regarding modern bread. One option is to actively seek out real bread alternatives. Another choice is for consumers to bake bread at home. A third option involves reducing consumption of modern bread. These choices reflect concerns about bread quality and ingredients. The objective is not to regress to a medieval lifestyle. The aim is to eliminate consumption of experimental industrial food products. These products are often disguised as conventional food items. Focus should be on consuming natural, unprocessed foods instead. Medieval bread served primarily as sustenance, a fundamental food source. Modern bread is often manufactured as a commercial product. The human body perceives a distinct difference between the two. This difference impacts how the body processes and utilizes each type. Understanding this distinction is key to informed dietary choices. Traditional bread-making knowledge wasn't lost, it was suppressed. Opting for real food over industrial substitutes revives this knowledge. This choice reclaims traditional methods and ingredients. It also promotes healthier, more authentic eating habits. Small farmers are increasingly cultivating ancient grains. This trend highlights a growing recognition of their unique properties. Ancient grains offer superior digestibility compared to modern wheat. They also provide enhanced nutritional benefits over modern wheat varieties. Stone milling is regaining popularity among bakers for its nutritional benefits. This method helps preserve essential fibers in the flour. It also retains vital oils that are often lost in modern milling processes. The result is a more nutritious and flavorful flour. Stone milling enhances the overall quality and health benefits of baked goods. Sourdough bread's popularity highlights the benefits of long fermentation. Long fermentation enhances the digestibility of the bread. It also increases the availability of nutrients in the bread. This makes sourdough a nutritious and easily digestible option. Some people find modern bread difficult to digest, leading to discomfort. Ancient grains may offer a more digestible alternative for these individuals. Traditional bread-making methods can also improve digestibility. These methods often involve longer fermentation processes. Longer fermentation breaks down gluten, a common irritant, more effectively. Consequently, bread made with ancient grains and traditional methods may be easier to tolerate. Soil quality directly influences the nutritional content of wheat grains. Healthy soil is essential for producing nutrient-rich wheat. Poor soil leads to lower nutritional value in the harvested wheat. Sustainable farming practices are crucial for maintaining soil health. These practices ensure long-term soil fertility and wheat quality. Prioritizing soil health improves the overall nutritional benefit of wheat. Milling grains with care is essential for preserving flour's nutritional value. Avoid excessive heat during milling to protect nutrients. Preserving the bran is important for fiber content. Retaining the germ ensures the presence of essential vitamins and minerals. Careful milling practices result in more nutritious flour. Patience during fermentation is key to digestibility in bread making. Sufficient time allows beneficial bacteria and yeast to act. These microorganisms break down complex carbohydrates. This process makes the bread easier for the body to digest. Industrial bread production has increased significantly in recent decades. This shift coincides with a rise in various health-related problems. This suggests a possible link between processed foods and negative health outcomes. Further research is needed to confirm the direct causal relationship. Investigating ingredients and processing methods is crucial. Understanding the impact of industrial bread on health is essential. Consumers can empower themselves by making informed choices about the bread they eat. Informed choices allow individuals to take control of their personal health. These choices also enable support for sustainable food systems. Thus, consumers play a key role in health and sustainability through bread selection. Traditional bread making focuses on preserving nutrients. This ensures the bread offers vital vitamins. It also helps retain essential minerals. Fiber content is also a key focus. These methods aim for a nutritious final product. Thus, traditional bread is valued for its health benefits. Sourdough's slow fermentation enhances digestive health. This process breaks down gluten, making it easier to digest. Fermentation reduces anti-nutrients, improving nutrient absorption. Therefore, sourdough is a gut-friendly bread option. Traditional bread, made with whole grains, impacts blood sugar differently than modern white bread. Traditional bread often undergoes a slow fermentation process. This slow fermentation contributes to a lower glycemic index, GI. Glycemic index, GI, measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels. A lower GI means a slower, more gradual rise in blood sugar. Thus, traditional bread aids in regulating blood sugar compared to white bread. Sustainable agriculture supports farmers using ancient grains. It promotes environmentally friendly farming practices. This contributes to a more resilient food system. Ancient grains enhance biodiversity in agriculture. Sustainable methods reduce environmental impact. Understanding food production methods empowers consumers to make informed choices. Consumers can align food choices with their health and personal values. Awareness involves recognizing differences between traditional and industrial methods. This knowledge promotes a more conscious and responsible approach to food consumption. Traditional bread making relies on time-honored techniques and accumulated knowledge. These methods prioritize time, patience, and natural biological processes. The emphasis is on allowing natural fermentation to develop complex flavors. These methods stand in contrast to modern, accelerated bread production techniques. Modern bread production often prioritizes speed and efficiency. This focus can lead to a sacrifice in nutritional value. Digestibility is also often compromised in modern bread making. Extended shelf life is another key goal in modern bread production. These priorities can negatively impact the overall quality of the bread. Consumers can reclaim lost food knowledge by supporting traditional producers. This support helps preserve traditional food production practices. Industrial food systems often overshadow these valuable, time-honored methods. Reclaiming knowledge ensures the survival of diverse culinary traditions. It also promotes sustainable and culturally rich food systems. Ancient wheat varieties possess significant genetic diversity. This diversity enhances resilience to pests and diseases. It also improves adaptation to climate change impacts. Genetic diversity is key to wheat's long-term survival. Modern wheat varieties often exhibit genetic uniformity. This uniformity increases vulnerability to environmental stresses. Uniform crops need more fertilizers for optimal growth. Increased pesticide use is needed to protect the crops. Nutrient density varies significantly between traditional and modern bread types. Traditional bread uses whole grains and slow fermentation processes. Modern bread often relies on refined flour and rapid fermentation techniques. Traditional bread is typically more nutrient-dense than modern bread. Many people experience digestive discomfort after consuming modern bread. This discomfort can manifest in various ways, such as bloating or gas. However, some find they can tolerate traditional bread without issues. Traditional bread may differ in ingredients or preparation methods. This difference can lead to improved digestive comfort for some individuals. Choosing traditional bread supports long-term health and overall well-being. Traditional bread provides essential nutrients, often lacking in modern bread. These nutrients are vital for maintaining bodily functions and preventing deficiencies. Traditional bread promotes better digestive health due to its natural composition. Improved digestion enhances nutrient absorption and reduces digestive discomfort. Opting for traditional bread can contribute to a healthier lifestyle. Traditional food systems see food as medicine, not just sustenance. Food is recognized for its ability to nourish the body. It also plays a role in healing existing ailments. Food can be used preventatively to ward off future diseases. The industrial food system often puts profits above public health considerations. This prioritization can lead to the production of nutrient-poor food. Industrial food processing may strip away essential vitamins and minerals. The focus shifts towards maximizing yield and minimizing production costs. This can result in foods that lack nutritional value and health benefits. These foods may also contain additives or ingredients that are potentially harmful. Consumer education is crucial for understanding food production methods. It empowers consumers to make informed food choices. Education highlights differences between traditional and industrial food. Traditional methods often emphasize natural processes. Industrial methods focus on efficiency and large-scale production. Informed consumers can support sustainable and ethical food systems. Supporting local farmers builds a resilient and equitable food system. It promotes sustainable agriculture practices within the community. Local farmers often prioritize traditional food production methods. This support helps maintain regional food security and diversity. It also strengthens the local economy by keeping money within the community. Food literacy involves understanding food origins and production. It also includes knowledge of food's nutritional value. Promoting food literacy is vital for a healthier society. Better food knowledge leads to better dietary choices. Ancient wheat varieties exhibit greater resilience to harsh environmental conditions. This resilience reduces the need for extensive irrigation. They also require fewer synthetic fertilizers. Ancient wheat needs less pesticide application. Overall, ancient wheat offers a more sustainable agricultural approach. Modern wheat relies on synthetic inputs for high yields. This dependence contributes to environmental degradation. Synthetic inputs lead to resource depletion. High-yield wheat strains require more resources. This creates an unsustainable agricultural cycle. Traditional bread making uses slow fermentation, improving nutrient bioavailability. Bioavailability refers to the extent nutrients can be absorbed and used by the body. The fermentation process breaks down compounds that inhibit nutrient absorption. This breakdown makes essential vitamins and minerals more accessible. Enhanced bioavailability allows the body to utilize more nutrients from the bread. Traditional bread contains naturally occurring digestive enzymes. These enzymes facilitate the breakdown of complex carbohydrates. They also aid in the digestion of proteins present in the bread. This enzymatic action reduces the load on the digestive system. Thus, traditional bread supports easier and more efficient digestion. Traditional bread fosters a healthy gut microbiome. It provides a variety of prebiotics, nourishing beneficial gut bacteria. These prebiotics act as food for the gut's good bacteria. This promotes a balanced and thriving gut ecosystem. Traditional bread tends to be less inflammatory than modern bread options. This is largely due to the lower gluten content found in traditional bread. Modern bread often contains higher levels of gluten, potentially causing inflammation. Traditional bread fermentation produces beneficial compounds. These compounds can further contribute to reducing inflammation. Thus, traditional bread offers a potentially healthier, less inflammatory alternative. Opting for traditional bread over modern bread is a sustainable food choice. This choice supports environmental health by reducing reliance on industrial farming. Traditional methods often use fewer resources and less intensive farming practices. It also promotes human health by avoiding additives and preservatives in modern bread. Choosing traditional bread supports social equity by sustaining local bakeries. Consuming traditional bread allows individuals to reconnect with food origins. It fosters appreciation for the craftsmanship involved in its production. Traditional bread making preserves cultural and historical food knowledge. This reconnection can enhance the overall eating experience. It promotes awareness of ingredients and their sourcing. Choosing traditional foods supports local artisans and sustainable practices. Supporting traditional food systems empowers local communities economically. It helps maintain cultural heritage by preserving traditional food practices. This support promotes a fairer distribution of resources within the food chain. Traditional systems often use sustainable methods, benefiting the environment. Empowering these systems contributes to a more sustainable global food model. Overall, it fosters a more just and ecologically sound world.